I'll get anticipation. First round.
Alright, we are set up at the line. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of Long Beach, BDX, first round, let's send it! Long Beach!
Oh yeah, brother!
Commandos initiate, Strixev in tight chase behind, doing a very good job of mirroring that line. Commandos has been very consistent throughout all of his runs, especially in qualifying and practice. Strixev does a nice job of keeping behind there.
I think Chase overcorrected at the last part. Here we go. The driver's just moving it on. Right, 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, let's go!
Let's go!
Right, so
initiates. Bit of an equal situation to her. Cavanos straightens up just a little bit to try and catch up to Trixem's door as we go to the last zone, that touch and go and inside clip.
And
there we are over the line.
Oh my god.
And a nice backflip there from Oversmasher, overcorrecting just a little bit. So here we go. Very, very good mirroring there from Trixem in that chase position. Both corrections there at the end did not go through. And on the second run, another backflip there. Cabano's missing that first side zone, straightening up just a little bit to get to that second one. Bit of a gap in proximity here.
Alright.
Alright, we have one call for Trixem. Waiting for the two other judges. They're analyzing, going back to the clips.
Yep. Yeah, and here we keep it fair and square, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and I said in the staff chat, but... Take it. Alright, we're gonna have all... Just advisory to you, we're gonna have all calls in the staff chat. We have 3 calls for Trixem. Trixem moves on to the grade 8.
Alright, give it up.
That white, red and blue Nissan S15 Worthhouse livery. VP Customs boys, Cigany in chase.
Alright.
If we are ready, T4, call him in!
Let's go!
We are running down the line. Camera keeping up. Cigany going straight on to the door. Very good mirroring by Cigany here as they go to that third outside zone, moving on to the touch and go.
Running in.
Snapping in for... Oh!
Ah! Shuts it down.
Seems like we had a major mishap there by Onespeedi there at the last zone. Alright, I think we are both ready. The lights are red, the lights are green. We are going Long Beach! Oski keeping it a lot further back. Tries to save it at the end there, straightens up just a little bit to try and catch up to the door of that red. Oh, and another mishap! Oh man. That's unfortunate, but it's like I said, that's definitely the point of the track where we guess that most of the mishaps were gonna happen.
Yeah, this is comp. Fortunately, how it goes. Comp nerds, everything goes into this place.
Yep, and we have 3 votes for Cigany. Cigany moves on to the grade 8.
Alright. Red versus black.
That pinkish red GR86 of Wasaya coming up to the lead position with Kyo And that Mark III V8 powered black and the white Supra. Alright, we are ready.
Alright, GR86 flicks it in.
Good initiation there. Supra falls way behind, straightens up a little bit at initiation to try and catch up, but it seems he's having some problems. Falls far behind. And there we are over the line.
Right.
Alright, send it! Much better initiation by the Supra that time. GR86 sacrifices a zone.
Zone? That's still a second zone.
I was sort of predicting this with the GR86s. They seem to lack a little bit in power, and to go on that same line as some of the more powerful cars. Yeah. Alright.
Going a little bit too wet at the end.
I think we... Alright, seeing here the GR86 goes on the tight line there to try and keep up with the Supra. As I said, like a little bit underpowered, but doing a better job of veering and staying on the general line and distance of that Supra. Goes wide, predicting that on the last zone there. Well, mistakes were made. Tries to go on the tight line, but sort of washes out a little bit, falls far behind. Yeah, oh, and the major crash there. Yeah, that's so very cut clear mistake. And we have 3 votes for Vasaya. Vasaya moves on to the grade 8.
Oh, right, give it up. Oh man, wait for these drivers are like waiting for that Pokemon to be revealed. Who's that Pokemon? Stefan!
We are gonna have G-Gen R in the lead for the first part of these battles.
Oh, right. Alright.
Alright, Toyota versus Nissan. Pinkish red versus black. Let's send it!
Let's go, Long Beach! Woo!
Very straight line approach there. Good job by the PS13 getting straight on that door throughout that straight initiation. Doing a good job of mirroring that angle from the GR86 throughout zone 3 over to that inside clip.
Ooh.
And there we are over the line.
Be more forgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, I keep forgetting how short this track is.
Alright, we're back at the line.
Right. Now 3, 2, 1, another round for these 2 drivers. Let's go. Right.
Good run up and very good transition open to the door. GR86 falls far behind. We may have had a little bit of a mishap throughout initiation there as they move out to the third outside zone over to that touching. Oh, and big bump there. Oh man.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so that chase run by Pingo doing, as you see, a very good job of mirroring the angle and line of that GR86. Comes out a little bit thin on outside zone 2 and 3, but generally staying at the same distance and doing a good job of adapting to that last zone. That chase run from the GR86. Yeah, still the same team with those GR86. A bit underpowered, but... Oh, and yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
And we have 3 calls for Pingo. The Duckling goes on to the grade 8.
Fair. Right,
the lights are red, the lights are green, the smoke is pouring, we are sending it!
Alright, let's go.
Good run up, LS7 immediately jumping up towards the door of that red Mark 5 Supra. Moving through the third outside zone. We may have had a little bit of a bump there from the lead, but it did not throw off the chase whatsoever. LS7 doing, oh, and a big wall hit there for LS7.
Oh man. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, another round for these two drivers. 3, 2, 1. Oh. And it. Oh man.
T4 is down with the sickness right now. Alright, we initiate. Levi also doing a very good job of mirroring that line. Also a good time to mention, doing a lot better of a job keeping up at that last zone.
Yeah.
Also a good time now to mention to the people watching that BADL, we focus heavily on mirroring and line work over proximity because of the desync in Roblox. Alright, looking back at that replay. Perspective of our beloved drone operator, especially. Wondering if Levi may have had a bit of a perspective on that chase run. He seems to have kept it safe knowing that Levi, made a mistake in his chase run. Back at that first run, you see the same mirroring. He's got a bit of a tighter proximity going into that first zone. Sacrificed a bit of line to catch back up. Very good job by both runners. That was 3. That touch and go was, that was heavy hit. We have 2 calls for Levi, meaning he moves on to the grade 8 and one more time. Alright, Berserk 777 is not showing up, so that means oRaphita gets a buy run automatically, and we don't actually need to run through with it. He goes on to the grade 8.
I think we finally have both drivers lined up. Okay.
They are revving.
Okay, now in 3, 2, 1. Get over, ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Let's send it! Brent taking off way ahead, doing that same nasty flick he did on qualifying, all the way out to the wall initiation. He is just flying. And that nasty backy going into the inside clip there at the end. Wow!
Oh, man. He's really struggling to keep up, but he made a good jump. I guess tighty.
Yeah, Lynn not saving any gunpowder today. He's going all out.
Oh yeah.
Alright, as we have the back at the line.
Alright. Both drivers switched up. Ready to go. Alright, Mesting in lead. Let's go.
The lights are green!
Woo!
Yeehaw! Good initiation from Lynn, anticipating that move from the RTR. Very good mirroring, very good proximity, very good line. As we move up to that outside zone 3 over to the touch and go. And to the inside clip, very good job from Blint there.
Yes, hesitation.
Dialing it. That's definitely the move to do in a chase position there to avoid clipping through the car at the end.
Yeah, definitely a good move.
Alright, watching back that first run from the RTR. Actually, this would be the second run. Blint not sacrificing any, so a bit of an hesitation going into outside zone 3 there. But filling out all the zones, going on a bit of a shallow line there at the end. On the go from the get-go there. Gets far away from him on the initiation. Tries his best to keep up. Sacrifices most of outside zone 1 and 2. It's a little bit thin on 3 as they move over to that touch and go. Gets thin on the touch and go. Through that inside clip and over the line.
Oh well.
We have 3 calls for Blind. Blind moves on to the grade 8.
Alright.
And now we are gonna load up the final drivers of our top 16.
Well, you're using her body language to signal little lead driver to back up. Here we go.
Alright, final drivers up to top 16. Let's send it! Long Beach. Alright, we got a clean start this time. Running down the line. Smoke pouring. Good angle. Good flick. Man, that suspension tune on that is on S15. Good mirroring by the GR86. They're right on the door! Sacrifice a little bit of line trying to catch up. Misses that.
Yeah.
Touch and go as we move over the line.
It gives you a knee
Yowza!
Alright. Oof. Okay, let's go. 3,
They're lined up.
2, 1, let's go!
Let's send it!
Long Beach! Woo!
Long Beach! Long Beach! Long Beach!
Oh, you better.
Man, I was so anticipating how this dude was gonna do with that suspension tune in chase, but it seems like he's... Alright, interesting. And there we are. Did a good job there at the final zone. Having a look at that replay. That's definitely the best job I've seen by one of the GR86s in chase so far tonight. Very minor zone sacrifices here and there, but keeps it overall pretty clean. GR86 shallows out very hard on that first outlet zone. That causes disrupt the chase driver and he falls behind. Alright, let's see what to call this. And we have 3 votes for Kyo. Kibo moves on to the grade 8. That concludes our top 16. Now we're gonna move on to the grade 8 shortly, but... Alright, and first up in the grade 8, we have Trixa versus Cigany.
Red on red, let's go!
Now Trixa was very unfortunate in qualifying yesterday, running 2 zeros, but since there were only 16 drivers qualified, he did make it onto the bracket, and it seems like he's pulled together for today. Been talking to him a lot running up to this comp, and he's been quite nervous. But it's good to see him out on the field and making all.
Let's her up!
Alright, let's set it! Grade 8!
Alright.
Good initiation by Trixa there. Cigany keeping it right on his door throughout the first zone. Very, very nice proximity running up to the third outside zone. Oh my god, on his door! As we go through the final inside clip and over the line. Bit of an overcorrection there from Cigany running into Trixa at the last.
Let's her up, it's ready.
We're going. Alright. Green, green, green.
Go, go, go!
Oh, and that is on the initiation. That is a diesel zone. That is allowed. Yeah, that is unfortunately at this point in time a full pass.
Man, very unfortunate for the guys.
Yeah. Cigany moves on to the top 4.
Alright, but
second battle in the grade 8. The lights are red, the lights are flashing, the lights are green. We are
the
going!
Green. Let's go! Long Beach! Woo!
Good run up by the GR86, good initiation. Pingo keeping a very, very good line. Very good, very minor adjustment there from Pingo. Adjusting to the speed of that GR86, sacrificing the touch and go, going to the inside clip and over the line.
I mean, yeah. Alright.
Alright, we are ready.
2, 1, let's go! A little bit of a late start from our lead.
Very good initiation. A GR86 staying on his door right from the get-go. Very, very good.
Good mirroring. Ooh, taking a little bit too wide in that touch and go. Really getting back in.
I was
not
in the diesel zone either, so... I don't think that was a full pass either. That was just a tight swipe. Alright, running up that replay. Styles lead here with Pingo in tight chase. Very good transition into that initiation. Bit of a hesitation trying to mirror the angle and line. Sacrifices a bit of the second outside zone moving through third. As they move towards, and you see that line sacrifice there at the touch and go. Pass over to that touch and go. Does a very good job of keeping up with Pingo in his lead. Alright. What that call is. Oh yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see that one more time. One more time for Messiah and Pingo.
Fair enough. Oof, man. Right,
all right.
Drivers are ready.
Let's see it one more time.
Right.
Good run up. Pingo keeping it close from the get-go. On a much tighter line on that inside. Very good transition.
Nice,
not slipping through the car at all.
Very consistent in the proximity, man.
Very, very good mirroring.
Oh my days. Move drivers at the start. Lights flashing. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's end it. GR86 falling behind just a little bit on the initiation, but does a very good job of catching back up, doing that same GR86 sacrifice that we've seen all night. Also on a much tighter line throughout that inside clip, and just about keeps it back. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, looking back at that Orphan Smasher replay. These two drivers definitely got each other on initiation of this track. This is absolute fine-tuning here. I think it's just gonna come down to very, very minor differences here. Oh, and he does send a sacrifice to Byron. Goes on a different line there at the last zone.
Yeah.
Alright.
They just have to make a decision this time.
Alright, we have one, and we have 2 votes for Pingo, meaning he will move on to the final 4. The Walls of Long Beach does not take any prisoners.
Alright, lights are flashing. If you have it, go green. By taking the lead. Chase keeping it nice and tight. This is first zone. Second zone. Very good mirroring from Chase.
Levi is
Putting it in.
absolutely
Oh my
on
days.
rails! Doctor, are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
That
Execution!
was fantastic!
Brother.
And that's super, just he's doing exactly what he needs to do, put the car where it needs to be, nothing crazy or flashy, which basically gives it gives a lot of room for the chase driver to stay on that door and give a clean run.
Anyways, we have lights on once again. 2 drivers going at it again.
Nissan versus Toyota once more. Levi seems to be keeping a safer distance throughout initiation there. Oh wow.
Pretty good mirror, pretty good mirror. Very shallow.
oRaphita goes very high on angle, going over to the touch and go. Alright, that was with Levi in the lead position. Very good mirroring by oRaphita. They're not sacrificing any zones whatsoever. Gets completely on the door of Levi as they go through the touch and go. And that final inside flip. Some fancy trickery there by our drone operator on the manager. Very nice. Levi keeping a much safer distance throughout the first part of the run. Goes thin on the first and second outlet zone. And completely missed the third one, looks like. As they go through and over line. Alright.
Oh yeah, brother. And what a run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is top 8. Top 8
Top
is what
8.
I'd like to see.
And we have 3 calls for oRaphita. Raphita moves on to the top 4.
Oh, man.
That
These
was
are
some
kinda close.
that was some very clean runs. I really like seeing that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, for the final drivers in the grade 8, we're gonna have Blint in lead versus Onespeedi.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping staff comms open just in case.
All right, let's go.
Right, this time I'm much closer. Oh,
S15 jumps forward, catching back up to that S14.
EE keeping it nice and clean. Oh,
On
okay.
that door. Good transition as they move through the inside clip and over the line.
Oh my days.
That was
What a run.
fantastic.
All right, lights are up again. Hopefully this time. For the last time. For both drivers.
All right, Blint
All right.
not holding back at all. He is giving it everything. Shallows up on initiation there to catch back up with Triple E. As they go through the final zones.
Running it in at the... And, oh, little hesitation at the end.
All right, there we go. Blint with that same initiation we have seen ever since practice and qualifying, all the way out to that wall. Man, when they moved through the third there and Triple E got all the way on his door, that was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, man. Skill. You like to see it come.
Yeah, and getting thrown off a lot there on the initiation. Quite the same on outside zone too. Goes it back for the final flip there. And yeah, that does look like
Alright.
Alright, we have one call for Triple E. We have it one more time. And Triple E takes the win. Triple E moves on to the top 4.
Alright.
Alright, here we stand at the line with Cigany and Pingo, the first drivers of the top 4. And we are nearing the end of the first round of the BADL Championship. The lights are red, the lights are green. Let's send it! Long Beach!
Cigany lead. Pingo win chase.
Good run up some
Pingo nice and
Cigany.
tight.
Pingo on his door from the get-go. Doctor, look at this! Oh my god!
My days.
Shallows up on
Pingo-
angle just a little bit to catch up to Cigany again as they move to the inside clip
God.
and over the line.
Oh,
Man.
man. What a run.
Alright, here we go. Penguin lead, Cigany in chase. Will we see the same result here? Absolutely. Cigany straight on this door from the get-go. Mirrors up in perfect harmony on his door! Look at
Pingo
this!
giving it
Oh
everything.
my god!
Absolutely everything.
As we move
Oh,
to the final inside
okay.
clip, and Cigany almost shuts it down at the end there.
Yeah.
Alright, loading up that open smash replay. This is run by Cigany in his lead. As you see, Pingo just dialing it in on this door from the get-go. Bit of a hesitation here and there, a bit jittery. Sacrifices the second outside zone. So good job of that third outside zone. Holds back a little bit, did a bit thin on the touch and go. As they move that last zone. Now watching back Cigany here, he was just on the rails, absolutely. As you see, a bit of a hesitation on the get-go. But he gets right back on the door, does a very good job of mirroring. Doesn't sacrifice as much souls as Pingo was doing as they move to the final clip. A bit of a point deduction there, maybe, as they move on the clip. But man, that was That was absolutely savage. We have one. And we have unanimous decision. Cigany moves on to the finals. Meaning Pingo will be in the battle for third place. Man, that was
great effort, man.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh man.
All right, we have an all Nissan battle. PS13 versus S15. As we are nearing the end of this first round of the BADL Championship. The amazing suspension tune versus the dial PS13 go head to head.
Hell yeah.
Now this might be interesting as well. I mean, every run with that suspension tune is interesting to watch, but you know, man. All right, lights are flashing. They are ready. The lights are red. The lights are green. We are sending it.
Oof, a late start.
Not a late start from the PS13. Falls far behind. That is definitely due to ping issues. I don't think he falls far behind on purpose. He does manage to catch up with him though. That's quite impressive. As they move through that touch and go and final inside clip.
Very clean, very clean.
Absolutely. That's a hiccup at the start and they try to catch up. Normally they just overcook it when they finally catch up, but that he did a very good job keeping that. Alright, let's see it again. SP versus PS13.
It's a very nice flick.
Little bump. Very good job. Does seem to keep it a bit safe. May have had a hiccup there at the third zone, and he does sacrifice that touch and go, and almost shuts it down. Still right with you. Alright, looking back at that replay with oRaphita in the lead here. PS13 falling far behind. Even though he's far back, he does do a good job of mirroring the angle and line of the PS13. Patches up and definitely going to get some plus points for both being able to catch up and keeping it clean like that. Now during the second run, well, got that hiccup by oRaphita was at the end. Does do a very good job of mirroring. Okay, we did have a wall tap by the another one of the outside. He does sacrifice the full soul. And he did shut it. That was a full shutdown there. So let's have a pause here. Oh, that's wrong one, sorry. Have a look. So, yep, those wheels are straight.
Yeah.
Yep, don't lie.
Oh, man.
Alright.
I guess like internet inadequacies.
Yeah. Alright, we have one vote for oRaphita. We got a one more time and a vote for Triple E. That means we will have a one more time. As we move back to the line with oRaphita in lead. Alright, gentlemen, let's keep it clean.
Well, for the last time for these two drivers, let's go! Long Beach, woo! Let's go!
Alright, that S15 actually with him on this one, on that initiation, as we move 2 out of the second zone. Outside zone 3, shallows up just a little bit on angle as they go through the touch and go into the inside clip. Very good mirroring to the inside clip and over the line.
It's like hold my screen. Give attention.
Alright, we are going again.
Alright. I guess I couldn't wait.
Alright, oRaphita is aggressiving up just a little bit more this time. On his door from the get-go as they move out. First outside zone, second outside zone. Absolutely hammering through the third and seeing that. Now that is within the decel zone, but that may have just been a speed up before the decel zone actually hit. Alright, seeing that first one. oRaphita in the lead. Falls behind just a little bit on the initiation, but it does seem to be at the general distance needs to be. And we had a wall bump there from Heat. Coming to the final zone. There we see that very nice mirror once again. On that second run, oRaphita was with him from the get-go, doing a very good job of mirroring and proximity. Shallow stop on the second output and the third one. Alright, I believe we have a decision. We have 3 votes for oRaphita. oRaphita moves on to the finals. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of Long Beach, as we start to wrap this night up, the battle for 3rd place. Let's send it! Pingo doing a nice job trying to throw off that chase driver as they move to outer zone 3. Catching that touch and go as they move to the inside clip and over the line. As we run it back, Triple E will lead and Pingo will give chase.
Supposed to be chasing down.
Alright, T4, send him off!
Let's go! Long Beach! Woo!
Oh yeah! Pingo keeping a tighter line to catch up with that nutty suspension tune of Triple E. Falling far behind.
Oh my
and
days.
sacrifices the touch and go as we move over the line.
And that, oh.
Alright, now, in proper tradition, we will not announce the winner of 3rd place before the podium. So if we have a call now, we're gonna move on. And we do have a call. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Cigany in lead with oRaphita in the chase. Ladies and gentlemen of Long Beach, of Berserk Drift X, of Roblox, of YouTube, of the world, and of Long Beach. One final time tonight, if we are ready.
Alright, people. 3, 2, 1.
Let's send it! Cigany with a speedy run up as usual. oRaphita not giving back at all. Goes a little bit thin on the second, so now moving to the second, out to the third. No major mishap, no nothing. Moving to the inside clip. Both drivers keeping it absolutely on rails over the line. Alright, and for the final time tonight. oRaphita in lead, Cigany in chase. Let's go!
Long Beach! Long Beach! Woo!
Cigany goes on a tight line, 2 out the first and second zone, getting out to that third. Oh, bit of a judder there from Cigany. May have been caused by the lead, we don't know yet. Moving to the inside clip and over the line we go. Alright, as we watch it back here, our run with oRaphita in the lead. Cigany picking a tighter line. He is going where we want him to go, like on over the rebel ship with a bumper. To the third outside zone, sacrificing it in the chase to keep up with oRaphita as we move to the final zone and clip. And here we got the classic building down shot from the drone operator, our dear beloved Performance Basher 06. A little bit unstable. Sacrifices the first zone, goes a little bit thin on the second. Bit of a jitter going out the third. And through the inside clip they go.
Oh man, what a pair of runs.
Alright, and we do have a call for the winner. Which means we are gonna go and group up at the podium where the winners will be announced shortly. Stand by. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of Berserk. It's been a very, very, very nice weekend. We've seen some very good driving. Everything has run pretty much as clockwork. We've seen new drivers on the field, seen a new track never seen before, an official competition in BDX, and man, it's just been a joy to be a part of this, and I've looked forward to Long Beach for so long. And just seeing the level of driving from every driver, both new and people I've known for a long while now, it's just inspiring. So thank you guys so much for showing up and doing this. This is really what I love in life. Without further ado, I present to you T4. You may announce the winner of third place. Third place tonight.
Third place tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it all in Long Beach. It's been a great run. But for third place, we have Triple E. Give it up!
Man, that suspension tune really brought him all the way out here. Apart from his technical difficulties and everything, I think he's done a very good job. Now, only one. And obviously, that means Pingo gets fourth place. Not an official podium, but fourth place. Alright, now, and for the big two. The newcomer and the veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the first round of the official Berserk Drift first season championship, I give to you Cigany!
Give it up! Woo!
Cigany takes the win at Long Beach, meaning oRaphita gets second place. Thank you to the drivers, to the spectators, to the judges, to the staff, everyone who's made this possible. Thank you to DXT, to all the lovely people over at Berserk Drift. Without you, none of this would be possible. And we are gonna keep going at this pace. You will see us in June over at Englishtown for the second round of our championship. Thank you guys so much for tuning along tonight, and we'll see you next time.
Let's go! Woo!